Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Whip. 80 weapons. Shoot.
A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2nd and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They run with Spiller.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
2nd and 11. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Michael set. I got you, boy.
On 1st and 10, Watson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now Joe Mixon works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Nixon will try the right side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Mixon with a first down carry. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
This is the tight end Fant. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming.
To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Deshaun Watson, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Back to throw here. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 24, Watson. This will be caught inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there at 22. Here's a run with Mixon, and this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and goal. Watson, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Ed Oliver, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Watson gets this one to Hill. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll run with Mixon, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Mine's 59. Target. 24. 24. 59.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reaction to those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. This is Spiller. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2nd and 4. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now Spiller, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Touchdown, Packers! A 12-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
59. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Showing it. Showing it. Slam.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On first down, it's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. Let's go.
Now Watson. Flushed out right. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 38. Rosa's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Watson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mike, check, 59. Let's go.
To throw again on second down. Watson, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom, he took advantage of it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He is going to find Hill here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. On first down, Mixon, and an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. From the gun, here's Watson, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Check 99.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Joe Mixon with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Try to lay one up deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Where's that? 19. 59. Rabbit. 29. Check 59.
Watson now on 1st and 10. It's Hill, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
To throw is Watson on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check. Hey, no time now.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Watson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They're going to come from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. On 1st down, Pollard. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Greystone travel.
Here's Spiller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
51, Mike 51. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, his 2nd sack of the night.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Let's go.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. On first and 10, Watson. And going deep for Hill. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On in 10.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Hey, 31. 59.
Throwing again is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
They're running it. Hey, 59.
Watson to throw on third down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on third down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Now Watson throwing on first down. That ball complete to Isabella. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for the deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 26. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
All day, all day.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. And Watson's going to throw it here. That one complete to Hill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they take a knee.
Watson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Second, 19.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
mixing, fixing for another big game. It's the coach. You're watching Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see running back Joe Mixon coming off a 100-yard performance a week ago, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing.
Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
91. Touchdown, defense.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Jones. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 79 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
That's it, baby.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 38, Jones. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. Leading them out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone now, Watson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Here's Jones on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Cohen. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. On 1st down, Mixon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down now, Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Watson. This is the tight end fan. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to throw, Watson. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Devin White showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. He's going to look deep down the field. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Mixon running right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Watson to throw again. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. That time a 6-play drive, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Watson now to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. On 1st down, Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Play 3 of the drive now is successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard
Check
line.
25, check 25.
Give me your alert.
On 2nd and 11 now, Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, there to knock that away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Or maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. On the delay, Jones. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On the return is Cohen. 12 yards on the return that time, and that will come the offense as they take over. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Watson. Gets this one to Hill. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's put that team on the box. Hey, 24. 55.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Watson buying time to his left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So we reach half. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat of this ball game as well. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 50.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Watson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. On first down, Mixon. And he's going to take this Across midfield and into Ram territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and 1, Watson, open man is Hill, he's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz. Because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Watson, and that's incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Tight end right, tight end right. Hey, you got three, three down. Spot.
Looking to throw. Watson. He is going to find Hill here. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Watson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that. Increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. Jones, off play action. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Give him a couple on the carry there. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the Rams 27-yard
55. Hey, eat. All day, baby, all day.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. This one caught by Isabella. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd down and goal. Watson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. Open man is Westbrook, complete. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. On 2nd and 12. Jones. That's into the hands of Edwards. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And down to the 36-yard line here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Single slot.
At the Seahawks 36.
From the 36, Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Chris Godwin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are in for 6.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
as the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
On first down, Mixon, and he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Hey, 59. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Echo.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Back to throw. Watson. And that will be incomplete. That was a safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this kick is not going to. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Jones now throwing to start the drive. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up
Let's go,
second
Pete.
and
Time to
11.
run. Let's go, Pete. Time to run.
Throwing now, Watson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Watson. They complete it to Hill. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back to throw. Watson being chased out left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better.
Ready up.
51 to Mike.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0.